Jig flies have been getting popular by fly fishers in recent years. The effective action, along with the opportunity for the angler to fish desired depths, make this method a deadly combination. Brent has caught some of his best trout with this pattern. Let's go to the bench and have him demonstrate the technique and materials for this great pattern.
Well, good day, folks. Today on the bench, we'll tie up a little jig pattern here. It's just show you the materials as we go along. I'm going to be using a Temco 403 barbless jig hook, 60 degrees. The front, we'll be using a tungsten bead. This is a 1/8 metallic purple. I like the purple head on this fly. I'm going to be running it a little deeper water. Most important thing is being in the right zone, and this is a great fly pattern for summer when these fish are hunkered down in the depths. You want to get your flies right down to them. The tail, I'll be grabbing some partridge here and take one off the back here for the tailing material. Come off the side. Soft turn on there. That nice little tail kind of breathes pretty good in the water. This fly's got a little movement in the water. Works quite well. Caught some big trout with this one. Now this here I've got some 2mm purple wire. Lay that along the whole shank. Come along here for extra reinforcement. Then I'll need some purple peacock herl. These are purple peacock eyes I bought. You can buy the dyed peacock herl as well in packages. They're tied in by the tips. The reason I tie it in by the tips is every time I'm going to wrap this by hand, I just show you while I'm working with the barbels, they get actually buggier. If you tie it in by the butts, you're actually compressing the fibers down and doesn't give the same effect. And this is just a wonderful, if anybody just loves peacock herl as much as I do, that's one of the, there's all kinds of new synthetics coming on the market all the time, but peacock herl, you just can't duplicate it. That purple looks really good in the water. I'm just going to reverse wrap this now with the purple wire. That gives it nice and strong. And items here is dubbing brush wire. This is a fine stainless steel wire. I'm just going to tie that in here, pull it back so it doesn't pull off. And I'm putting a CDC collar on here. Now, when you're working with the CDC feathers, using gray because they accent really nice. There's a really nice feather here with nice long hackle. You can use CDC clips and do it that way. I'm going to do a little different method here for you. Bring in my dubbing brush with my Norvise. You Norvise guys understand what we're doing. You can do this on a dubbing loop as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to incorporate some UV purple ice dub. Take a very, very little bit. And just I've got my thread over the table. I'm just going to lay a little bit of that purple ice dub in there, excuse me. Then I'll come off the feather and just strip that off and lay the butts on top of that ice dub. Come over the top with my wire, this real nice thin dubbing brush wire, hold it snug. Take my table out of the way and then I'll start turning. And that'll put the ice dub and the collar, and you'll see with the dubbing brush wire, it really holds that CDC out at a nice perpendicular to the fly hook, which makes it breathe a lot more. Otherwise it gets wet and it wants to kind of just lay back on the shank. I want it to breathe. So I'm going to pull that all down nice and tight. I'm going to tie off my wire right here. Cut that off with the inside of my scissors. And this is really going to breathe nice. A little bit longer, I can pinch that off if you want. But that looks super in the water. Then all I need to do is grab myself some, I'll get this out of the way, that tiny table. Put a little dab of my super weld on my thread. Grab my whip finish. And that is going to be secure. You'll get a lot of trout. I've had some really, really good trout. And remember that purple is very visible, one of the most visible colors in deep water. So that's really key. When you see the CDC when it's wet, very, very effective. It just got such a nice traits of trapping those air bubbles. So here's a fly that I'll fish it under a cork, or a jig fly, I should say. And these jigs are kind of hitting new to the fly fishing game, but actually my mentor, Walt Lawson, was tying jigs for ultralight anglers many, many years ago. And then, now we're starting to throw them with fly rods, but a great way to fish. They get down, they hang underneath your cork really nice. You can fish them without a cork or an indicator as well. You can strip them back. Sometimes they work quite well, but when the fish are really, I would say, tight-lipped in the summer, they're just basically laying in deep water. They feel good and comfortable down there because of the cool temperatures. You hang this purple jig in front of them, and they'll be all over it. So that'll get you into the action when the slower part of the days or the summer doldrums. And there you go. We'll have the recipe at the end of the video for you. Thanks for watching.
The fly is tied on a TMC 403 jig hook and using 6/0 black thread. The tail is partridge fibers. The body is purple peacock herl, ribbed with medium purple wire. The collar is UV purple ice dub spun on a wire brush with light dun CDC fibers. We appreciate Brent sharing another one of his favorite flies. Thanks for joining us today. Take care and conserve the waters.